Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Davey Dangerously coming at you once again. A little different this time. This time it's just the two of us. We're building castles in the sky. I am Davey Dangerously. This is Dan the Beast Salazar. Rated R Salazar is a bit under the weather, so shout out to him. He's at home.
Gotta heal up for Mania.
It's a busy week. It's WrestleMania week, so he's at home taking care of that body so he can be in front of that TV watching Mania with us. Like you said, or like I said, it's a busy week for WrestleMania. We got NXT TakeOver Dallas. Tomorrow night. It is Thursday. So tomorrow night, Friday, is NXT TakeOver Dallas. Saturday night is the Hall of Fame. Then, of course, Sunday is WrestleMania. The granddaddy of them all. But not only is it a big week for WWE, but it's also a big week for wrestling.
That's right. That's right.
There's so much stuff going on in the Dallas area that weekend.
Yeah, that's what I've experienced
last year.
That's what we saw it all last year, so we just, it opens your eyes to how much, so much is going on, not just for WWE, but for wrestling in general. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I'm going to kind of take over here, if you don't mind.
That's all right.
We business for myself,
baby.
But,
we've kind of haven't been talking about indie stuff.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about WWE because it's WrestleMania season. We're excited for that. We talked a lot about our local stuff because we're super excited for that. Want to see Fresno wrestling continue to grow. But I've been taking notes, man. I got notes all over.
I got the iPad
There's
ready.
so many things that have been happening the past few weeks and months in indie wrestling that we haven't even talked about. And I feel like, we shouldn't sleep on these things because
it's coming up.
Indie wrestlers, they're taking over WWE, man.
Like no other.
Yeah.
There's so many guys coming in from Japan,
all over. So.
Indie, promos from all over the country.
Yeah. So.
A lot of guys are showing up at NXT. I mean,
man. So I'm just gonna kind of spout off stuff here. We're just gonna talk about all kinds of stuff. We're not going on a script. We're just kind of going off of notes here. So basically, first thing I want to talk about is my man, one of my favorite wrestlers. I've mentioned him here a few times on the show, Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh yeah, awesome.
This dude is awesome, one of the absolute best in the world. He won the PWG World Title a couple months ago. We didn't even talk about it.
I know.
We didn't talk about it. He beat Roderick Strong for the title. He won the title.
Your Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah. He won the 16-karat gold tournament in Germany, which is like a huge, prestigious tournament. Yes. If you guys have never seen that or don't know what that is, look it up. There's been awesome wrestlers who won it in the past. So he won that. He's got a huge weekend coming up.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna wrestle Will Ospreay at Evolve 58 tomorrow night.
Sweet.
He's gonna wrestle Matt Riddle, the former UFC guy who's now doing wrestling, who's taken to wrestling. I actually haven't seen Matt Riddle wrestle, but I've heard lots of great things about him. So they're gonna go one-on-one at Evolve 59 on Saturday, and then also on Saturday they're doing double duty. He's going to be facing Chris Hero at Mercury Rising, so that's going to be a stiff match.
Death by elbow.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome match. So I'm like super pumped for Zack Sabre Jr. He's had a hell of a 2016.
Oh yeah.
He has an awesome match that was announced. He's going to be taking on Kurt Angle, which it's going to be at Revolution Pro in the United Kingdom.
I'm so looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I think that they're on.
Kurt can still go.
I think that they're on the High Spots network, so you can get that like on the Roku and stuff like that. So that match should be able to be seen here in the U.S. and if not, I'm sure you can find it online at some point. But that's going to be a sick ass match.
A barn burner.
Yeah. So super excited about that, and I'm hoping and praying and crossing my fingers. I think he's under 205 pounds. He should be.
Don't make it exception.
But I'm assuming that if they want the best in the world in the Global Cruiserweight Tournament, that Triple H is going to get Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see him in July in the WWE Global Cruiserweight Tournament. That's going to be...
We did see a little glimpse of him on NXT when they were showing the Nakamura video package.
Yeah. And they also mentioned him a couple months ago when they did their...
on the
guys who might,
.com?
Yeah, guys who might be signed by WWE. So he's one of the best, and he's going to have... I think his career is just going to keep moving up. So speaking of PWG, another one of PWG favorites, Speedball Mike Bailey. Yeah, if you guys don't know who Speedball Mike Bailey is, check him out. He's badass.
He's awesome.
He's got dirty little feet. Yeah, the guy who wrestles barefoot, but he's a hell of a wrestler. Yeah. He looks like you're the kid next door.
He does look like the kid next
paper
door.
Boy, and he'll whoop your ass.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, he's had some type of visa issue, so he's going to be out of wrestling in the United States for 5 years.
Think about that. 2021?
That's a long time.
Something's got to be done.
He's still a young guy, and in 5 years he's still going to be young, but...
I'm going to wrap my congressman.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of
That's
issue.
Bullshit.
Like, I don't know exactly what the issue was with the visa or whatever, but he's Canadian, so, you know, those Canadian cops and stuff, so...
Mounties.
Mounties, yeah. But, yeah, that really sucks.
Exiled.
Yeah, and one thing that he really is going to be missing out on is he was announced for the CZW shows this weekend here at Mania Weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to be pulled out of those, so that sucks for him. CZW, which is awesome, they're going to be having, like I just mentioned, they're going to be having a show this weekend. They have Masada, who's fucking insane.
To say the least.
Yeah, in their main event against Tremont. And then also another cool match they're going to have, I took a note on that I was interested in seeing, Sami Callihan. It's former NXT guys. Mm-hmm. So Sami Callihan versus Bull James.
Yes.
Bull Dempsey goes by Bull James now. So that'd be kind
Bull
of...
fit.
Bull fit.
399 and 1/2 pounds.
Yeah. So that'd be cool. One thing I forgot to mention talking about the global cruiserweight tournament too, is they also announced, which is, I think it's so awesome, they're going to be having tournament qualifying matches.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be badass.
Overseas.
Yeah, so Evolve is going to be doing them here in the United States, and Progress and Revolution Pro are going to be doing them. So, I mean, we could be seeing guys like Ligero, Marty Skrull.
Oh my god, the villain.
Ospreay, you know, Sabre Jr. So these guys are going to be, you know, could be in qualifying matches, so there's going to be awesome. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, I'm assuming they're going to announce maybe some qualifying matches in Mexico and Japan. That would be awesome.
Can you imagine?
That would be great, because speaking of Japan, Kota Ibushi, who's fucking awesome from Japan, he's no longer under contract to either Pro Wrestling Noah or New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent, so that would be, he would be a huge get for Triple H and for the Global Cruiserweight Tournament. So I would love to see that happen.
There's so many great talents.
So many, yeah. And then speaking of Japan too, TMDK, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them.
From Australia?
They're from Australia. They made the name for themselves in Japan in Noah, Pro Wrestling Noah. But those guys are awesome. The Mighty Don't Kneel. That's the fucking coolest tag team name ever. They just got signed. It's been rumored for like a year.
Yeah.
And I know one of the guys, I'm not sure if it was Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols. I'm not sure which one of them had an injury. So it was kind of put on hold, but now they have been signed to NXT. I think they're reporting next month to the
NXT is the place to be right now.
So man, NXT is the place to be. Like,
Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can't wait for that match against Baron Corbin.
Right.
Oh my god. You know what? Baron Corbin, at first I did not like that guy, but he's growing on me.
Yeah, I like this kind of like indie killer gimmick that he's got. It's kind of cool.
I like it. I don't need to be in the indies to be where I'm at.
Yeah.
Alright, prove it.
Yeah, whatever, prove it.
We'll see how it goes at TakeOver for him, but
yeah.
NXT is a place to be. Nakamura, oh my god.
And some more faces that we might be seeing come to NXT. We had two huge names, like I would say major faces of the company. Bobby Roode and Eric Young left TNA.
That sucks for James Storm.
That sucks
you
for
know
James
what?
Storm.
But hey, you think they'll,
I don't know. According to the rumors,
they've been contacted.
And I actually heard that WWE and NXT is more interested in Eric Young than Bobby Roode.
Which is crazy. No, not to take anything from Eric Young, but out of those two, man, I think, I don't know. I would just think it would be Rude, you know? Like,
yeah, apparently Eric Young, they say, has showed him stuff because of his range. You know, he's played these goofy characters, and now he's like this psycho killer guy, you know? So it's like he could play any character they want. Mm-hmm. But either way, man, it would be awesome to see either one of them or both of them.
And those guys are good friends. They've been a part of Team Canada. They were champions, so
And they have
bring him in as a team.
Yeah, and they have a huge history with guys who are in NXT now. Austin Aries, who just signed there, and then also Samoa Joe.
It was a fluke.
Also Samoa Joe. So now, I mean, it's nice to see these guys. I mean, I hate to hate on TNA. I don't like to hate on any wrestling. But, of course, everyone knows the status of TNA is not the best. And, well, I'm trying to keep it neutral here, man.
We're going to have those TNA collections on the WWE Network in no time.
But it's awesome to see that these guys who were maybe misused in TNA going to be brought up and used to their full potential. So,
but look at guys like EC3 though; they've benefited in.
That's true.
And look, Drew Galloway winning the world title.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about.
We didn't even mention that.
Yeah, TNA.
Even Matt Hardy has a resurgence of his career.
Yeah, see, so there we go. We can't hate.
Yeah, we're not hating. We're just, you know.
But TNA has made a few strides lately. I think they made a huge improvement and a huge, great decision in making Drew Galloway their champ. That's somebody WWE totally missed the boat on, I think.
Totally dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Former Evolve champion.
He's been a champion everywhere.
Everywhere. He's been Intercontinental champion, tag team champion. Just all around great talent.
Yeah, he's somebody that is also having a tremendous year in the Indies. He's going to be at these Evolve shows Mania weekend, so keep an eye out for him. He's the TNA champion now. I mean, he's having a good year too, so can't hate on TNA too much.
No.
You
know, not on camera.
And then I have a couple notes here from Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground. We've been skipping out on you too. We haven't talked about you. Lucha Underground has been one of the best products,
performance-wise,
on TV,
storytelling-wise.
Yeah.
Big news. Spoiler alert! If you haven't been watching, I'm just gonna say it. Huge shout out to our man Jeff Cobb, who plays the monster known as Matanza.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say world champion, but Lucha Underground champion.
Yeah.
Huge debut.
Yeah, we talked to
monster of a man.
Yeah, if you watch the Ring Crüe and stay up with us, you've seen Jeff Cobb's interview with the Ring Crüe with Big Dave here, and he mentioned to us that he was hoping and going for a big push this season in in Lucha Underground. And we had no idea that it was going to be anything like this.
He didn't tell us anything. He's contractually obligated to not tell us anything. He did kind of say, I'd hope to see Rey Mysterio there. This was before he even got signed.
Yeah, and now...
So he called it, and can't get any bigger of a push than being champion.
And beating Rey Mysterio. I mean, the last two guys in the...
Such an awesome debut.
What the hell's the match called?
Aztec
Warfare, for him and Mysterio to be in there, it's like... He got to wrestle Mysterio.
Yep.
He's got this monster push, a monster gimmick,
yeah.
And he's their world champion, and that's awesome. TNA, I'm sorry, I keep saying TNA, sorry, but Lucha Underground is on fire. Dario Cueto's back. They're leading up to another awesome Ultima Lucha that's going to be great.
Our tapings should be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, keep an eye on Lucha Underground.
The next couple weeks.
Look for this guy's mug and Rated R.
I know when Jeff or Matanza won the title, and so our tapings were a little bit after that, so it's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up, so we will let you know. Like we told you, we're right on the stairway. You can't miss my big ass and Rated R's ass. So we're right there. So we will let you know when the episodes air. Because we can't really talk about what happened. I don't want to get sued, but we will let you know when our shows air. Let me just tell you that the taping that we went to was the second to last taping of...
It was night one of Ultima Lucha.
Night one of Ultima Lucha, so it was exciting to say the least. I can't wait.
I wasn't there, and these guys haven't even told me anything about it. I'm excited to see it too.
I can't wait to watch the episodes, because the way they tape it, it's just,
a little bit chopped up.
Yeah, it's chopped up, and it was still great. Don't get me wrong, the Temple special, but I can't wait to see those episodes air with the little vignettes and all that stuff. I can't wait for that. It's coming up soon.
Yeah,
it's coming up soon. Couple weeks, I can guarantee you it's gonna be.
Hopefully that'll be awesome.
But let's continue to talk about Mania weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on.
So many things going on. So if you're a wrestling fan, I'm assuming you are because you're watching us, and you only watch WWE, there's so many companies out there. Like we've been mentioning, we've been talking about all these companies. Do not sleep on these guys, man. Yeah. Like there's so many great wrestlers, so many great shows. I'm just gonna kind of list things that are going on this weekend for you. And if you're not out in Dallas, you can't go to these events, of course. But a lot of them are actually on iPay-per-view, yep. So you can get some of them for like $9.99. So I think there's a $15 package, different prices. So tomorrow, April 1st, Evolve 58. That's going to be on iPay-per-view. Mm-hmm. That one has a huge card. I can't even remember everything. I have it right here in front of me. Timothy Thatcher, one of our favorites. He's the Evolve champion. He's going to be putting on his title on the line against Matt Riddle, who we talked about earlier. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay, like we mentioned.
That's going to be the show stealer right there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Ricochet versus TJ Perkins.
Oh, man. Yeah. We've interviewed TJ Perkins. We should throw that interview up. Yeah. We're like behind. We got a couple of interviews in the can, brother.
Yeah. So that's on Friday the 1st. Also on Friday the 1st is CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Combat Zone gets a lot of heat, a lot of flack. A lot of people say, oh, it's like
ultra violent,
too violent, stuff like that, and that's kind of not necessarily a hot thing right now. But CZW has awesome matches. They do have the violence and stuff like that, but it's not all about that. There's so many other great athletes there. Like I said, their main event is going to be, this is an ultra violent no rope barbed wire match with a sick ass motherfucker Masada, who's awesome, versus Matt Tremont. The Nation of Intoxication, Danny Havoc and Devin Moore are wrestling. Lucky 13 are facing the Gulaks, Drew and Rory Gulak, and Chuck Taylor.
Oh, I love Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor's awesome. They're having, like we said, Sami Callihan versus Bull James. So that's going to be on Friday, tomorrow, also on the WWN Live, so on iPay-per-view. Then they have Kaiju Big Battle. If you guys don't know what Kaiju is, check it out. They're insane. Comic book crazy style wrestling. Sorry, dog's going crazy. But Kaiju's awesome. Their shows are at midnight. So that's going to be at midnight on Friday night. Evolve 59 on Saturday, Mercury Rising on Saturday, Shimmer on Saturday, Ring of Honor on Saturday. So it's a huge, huge weekend of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Evolve 59, I just kind of want to talk about that for a second. That one's going to be...
you stay here.
That one's going to be Saturday. That's going to have some amazing matches. Ricochet versus Will Ospreay, Timothy Thatcher versus Marty Scurll, Zack Sabre Jr. and Matt Riddle, TJ Perkins and Tommy End, Chris Hero and Freddie Ahe. I mean, any one of these matches can be main event matches in any show. They're going to have Drew Galloway, like we mentioned. Him and Johnny Gargano are the tag team champions of Evolve. They're going to be facing Drew Gulak and Tracy Williams. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome show. Mercury Rising is the big show. That's going to be on Saturday night. That is competing with, I believe it's competing with the WWE Hall of Fame. They might be on at the same time. But good thing about the WWE Hall of Fame, it's on the network. You could skip it, watch it a little later. So that's going to be an option. But Mercury Rising, Saturday night show. Awesome lineup. Kota Ibushi, who we mentioned from Japan, is actually going to be there. Teaming up with Johnny Gargano and TJ Perkins versus Will Ospreay, Tommy End, and Marty Scurll. So that right there, that match alone is worth the $9 or $10 for ordering it. Timothy Thatcher versus Sami Callihan. Like we mentioned, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Chris Hero. Lots of great matches. Shimmer, you're back? All right.
Sorry about
Everything that. Okay?
Yeah. She's riled up. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, she's excited for WrestleMania.
That's my dog, Bailey. She's crazy.
So yeah, and then ROH, man, we got the brand new ROH champ right here.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was supposed to defend against Leo Rush, but
it's gonna be me.
Big Dave's got the title here. So.
Supercard of Honor. It's just run like you said. Young Bucks versus Motor City Machine Guns. Mm-hmm. Jay Lethal versus Leo Rush. ACH versus Adam Cole, baby. Let's see. We got Roderick Strong versus Moose. We got Matt Seidel versus Kyle O'Reilly. Christopher Daniels versus Bobby Fish.
And all of that is just night one.
Let me go to night 2 here. We're just we're doing this like crazy. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, so if we're going through our stuff here. Night 2, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, 2 out of 3 falls.
Wow.
4 corner survival #1 contender match, Addiction versus the Briscoes versus the Guns versus the Bucks. Oh man, it's gonna be great. So, and then we got WrestleMania.
And then, yeah, all this before all that. And then we got WrestleMania on Sunday. So there's so many great shows. I mean, some people aren't even looking forward to WrestleMania this year. There's been a ton of injuries. We're gonna actually do 2 episodes, one tonight and then one tomorrow. So we'll be up 2 days in a row. So this is our Thursday show. Our Friday show, we'll be talking about NXT, happening tomorrow night. We'll be talking about the Hall of Fame inductees. We'll be talking about WWE, all WWE WrestleMania weekend, and kind of break down the card a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Talk about our
fantasy bucket.
Talk about some of our picks. Talk about some of the injuries in WWE and what caused what caused this card to be the way it is. So thanks for watching today. Thank you for letting me get all this indie stuff off my chest, man. I've been taking notes for months.
He's been taking notes for months.
Yeah, so
it's a big weekend. It's been like this for a couple of years going into WrestleMania weekend. We experienced a little bit of that last year. We are talking about it. So all this before WrestleMania, so it's going to be a big weekend.
Yeah, before you watch these shows, make sure you keep watching for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on. You're watching it now, right? So thanks again. It is Thursday. We will see you back again tomorrow. So it's probably going to be me and this guy again. Rated R still under the weather. Hopefully we'll have him back before Mania. So until then, do what you do, but whatever you do, don't mess with the crew. See you tomorrow.